it's all about the student because it's a student-to-student thing. And I mean, it's not hard, guys. It's just really not hard.
I
It's
just
just
want to know the rules. That's all.
yeah. It's there's so many like loopholes that you can see, but you have to be there first to see what kind of things you can actually do.
So I have a question because you showed us that thing. When you go propose, you propose only for one event, or you can propose for like multiple
Yeah.
events?
So you.
Because I see you have a lot of it.
Yeah. So because we're annually funded, and that's the thing that a lot of clubs don't like Greek Life or other stuff is that how come the College of Business gets annual funding? That's where you guys used to fall into our annual funding, where I used to request for already for your conference, for the AMA conference, for the County Jumpstart, everything. So I used to have a budget of about like 60 to 75 grand, right? And then a lot of students are complaining, but they get their money for sure. They don't have to go to like us, where we have to like go by event, and then you cut us more than what they don't have to worry about that. They get to go to the conference, and sometimes they don't even use all the money they have. So they started auditing us through the other side, looking at our budget, seeing, oh yeah, look, they requested this much for this conference, and they only use this. So they're like, oh, you know what, guys? COBM can't be doing that. Every club needs to do event by event now.
So how are things paid for? Like, do they
So
use cash? They give you
No,
credit card?
you guys will do it. So it's basically your account, and whenever you get given the money, Veronica from SLD gets a notification saying the investment society got so and so much money for this conference. So then you have to go with Veronica. Hey, Veronica, I'm here to sit down with you to book my rooms, to book my my conference fee. These are the names of the students that are going to be going. This is the amount. So you sit down, she books everything for you, and then that's it. Because if you get the money,
Right.
yeah, because if you get the money, they're gonna be like,
We're gonna run out of college.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's,
Right.
it's all system. It's all wired. Like
Where's
it's
the cashier's office?
yeah. So it's all through the online thing.
Tweet.
You just get an email with a number. She gets an email saying the investment study got so much, and then you sit down with her, and you basically figure things out. So yeah. So I want you guys to think like I know. I'm not sure if you guys know what your organizations already have the biggest event. For example, I know that AMA would be their AMA conference. Is what they're big on. You can even request like 3% if you wanted to. CEO. What was that conference you guys went to? That's the one in Tennessee, right? So you see, if they wanted to go again, you have to do a proposal. Yeah. So investment side, you guys are new, but how many members you guys have like officially?
About like 10.
So now 10. See, that's perfect enough. You guys are willing to like take 10 students. You guys can do it because you're not just taking your keyboard, meaning the 4 officers. You're taking more. Potentially you can do it, but try to be like very rational, like wise, because conferences are expensive. So you take 15, you're about like 10 grand. You can't ask for 10 grand.
Does it only apply to the conferences, but how about other things that we want to do, like
For example, like what?
do something local?
We would want to do like a social night with like alumni or something like that.
That you can work with alumni relations.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're gonna ask you, how come alumni relations doesn't? Have you guys talked to the Alumni Association of Northeastern? You guys would be like, no, you could have had some money from there. So this is the thing. You have to think of what's at
Right.
school that you can partner up with that can give you money before you ask for COC. You get me? So you have to like really get to know what the school is and how the system runs. So if you want to do something with alumni, they're going to be like, well, go partner up with Alumni Association first, and then if you guys need more money, come over here.
Alumni, so they have money?
Yeah, they're the biggest ones. That's everywhere. Every Alumni Association, all sponsors.
They will actually sponsor some events.
Yeah, they
Like,
will.
Sometimes they will be part in full, or at least co-sponsor, depending on what it is and how big it is.
Depending your idea.
Yeah. If it's like a very specific group of people, like only club members or whatever, then they may be like, no, that's not encompassing enough people. But if it's for all of your accounting students from the past 10 years, stuff like that, then they're like, okay, well, yeah, we'll help you send out, postcards or flyers or get that promotion out there, and maybe also put some money into it.
Look,
But that's why it's
so
important.
this is one that I did, right? This is our fraternity. This is a local event, right? So it's a like a cultural awareness type of event that we do. It's called Afro Latinidad, right? It's the mixture and the celebration of Afro Latinos in the country that don't get recognized, right? So we do this during Black History Month, and it's reimaging the mosaic of Latin American culture, right? So what we do is, that's the title, the event. Once again, when is it going to be happening? Tuesday, April 9th. What times? And you see, we have top notch of like university, student affairs. So they're gonna be like working with big dogs, you know? Like, we have to be careful. We give our introduction, the purpose, guidelines, we're extra shit, right? But then here comes our budget. All we're requesting is $950 for our performers. What are they gonna do? They're the whole reason why we're doing this event. They're the ones that are specialized to talk about the whole reason of Afro Latinos on campus, or what's the whole reason of Afro. So they do this Caribbean kind of dance, folkloric dance. They wear certain attire and they talk about it. They tell a story. They describe why they move like this. Why? Because they talk about like ancestral stuff. So okay, so cultural awareness. Like I said, allocation of funds. Council of clubs. Why? Because they're requesting money. Obviously, some of it's going to come out of us, although it's already Black Caucus, but most of it's coming out of student affairs, right? So 10% is going to get covered by it. So they're like, okay, cool. Student affairs is going to pay for them. So we have a.
So what do we want to pay for like a speaker, or if we want to buy like the speaker like a gift or something like that?
A gift?
Yeah, like a gift bag or like something like that. Like maybe like a sweater from Northeastern or like mugs or something.
So a sweater is not that costly, but let's say you want to bring a speaker. Speaker can range you from 1,200, 1,300. You're able to do that, right? So they're gonna be like, all right, investment society. You want to bring a speaker? What's the whole reason? You give your purpose. You're gonna have to say where exactly, when. You know, what's the whole reason for the like event? Who's the speaker?
We brought 3 with all money, man. Can you imagine if we had one?
Yeah.
Do we have to offer money for the speaker?
International business conference is always volunteer. It depends. If the speaker says, I'll come in if I get paid, obviously it's not a good feeling, but sometimes these speakers come in like, okay, cool, I'll come speak to your, like, you guys don't pay for your firms, right? You see, that's an example, but, for example, what was that other guy that we brought, his Kuna, or, he was like about $2,000 almost, about $2,000. He was some investor, I forgot what was the name, remember Elisa tried bringing him on campus for Student Success Week? It was like right after, it was some like high elite.
Lisa Stromberg wanted $2,000 and plus flight per diem.
You see? So that,
Who, Frank?
The blonde lady that we brought in with the president.
yeah, that's
But
like, you see, they ask for incentives.
She
So you
didn't
have to do that, you have to go present, you know, because you don't have that money. So they're gonna be like, okay, she's gonna bring this type of caliber
$2,000
to the school.
What if it's like for a workshop?
For a workshop?
Yeah, like you're gonna
per
teach you
diem,
something.
because she's from San
Why
Francisco.
not?
I think we have to teach you something.
Why not?
Is she presenting?
The only thing that's gonna happen,
She came for
depending on your workshop, so let's say you wanna bring a resume critique, right?
Oh, okay.
They're gonna be like, okay, why didn't you use one of like career development services? Why didn't you listen to that? We're paying her already. You can say like, well, she brings a different mentality. She's a different type of, you know, resume. Like, there's students that have talked about, you know, the career development center. It's still trying to grow. It's still not giving us the test. So it's all about how you give your answer back. Because you can have anything you want here, but it's just about how are you gonna like
How you sell
explain to
yourself.
them. Yeah. So okay, let's say you get it.
So for the IPC, we pay for those speakers or
No, IPC is unless they like we
Because some of them
request
travel
money.
far away. Right?
Yeah, we request money to pay them just in case, right? So we ask about for like 3,000 just in case, because like I'm saying, like a lot of speakers are like about 1,000, 1,200. So if they require you to pay them, we have the money for it. But if they don't, obviously now we can work with more money.
Do they
to,
still
like,
make us like pay 20% out of our pocket for speakers?
for IBC.
Or, like,
No, for speakers it's probably like 10%. But let's say for example, you wanna talk with let's see, let's say the college of business is gonna pay, right? Your 20%, you can be like, all right, we have partnered up with the college of business, the department or the dean's
Do
office.
we have to disclose that?
Yeah, you have to because they're gonna be like, where's the 20% coming from?
What if we don't know yet?
Huh?
What if we don't know yet?
No, you're supposed to know.
But so you gotta get approval.
Because if
from
they
college
say,
business
yeah,
first.
because, you have to ask that, and she'll most likely say yes, she's really kind with that. And, what you call it, if you say, I don't know, they're gonna be like, then how are you gonna, like, pay for the rest of it? I'm not gonna give you the, so they won't ever give you the complete, full amount that you're asking for. They're gonna give you, you're gonna have to pay a percentage out of your pocket, which is 10% and 20% for conferences. So it's like, where's that money coming from? How are you, like, if you can't pay for it, then I'm not gonna give it to you. So, yeah,
Enough from 13 to 20.
yeah, from 10 to.
Is it 20% just for conferences?
Yeah, 20% just for,
everything?
no, just for conferences.
Okay, so
Because
any
they-
other events?
It's 10%, yeah, it's 10% because of an event by event, if it's local, you know.
selling t-shirts, like, that are your, clubs, singing, like, your.
So you're gonna sell,
Yeah, then,
they won't give it to you.
yeah,
Because you're asking money to sell.
well, what if we pay them back, that's the thing.
I don't think it'll work like that.
Befriended.
Yeah, no, I don't think they would do it because then it's like, then why did you ask for the
Right,
money?
this is another business, man.
Then that means they're like, how about you go and do a fundraiser? Raise your money, pay your shirts, and then sell them. That's what they're gonna tell you. They're gonna say no automatically because you're asking for money to
You're asking money for the fundraiser,
Essentially.
and the fundraiser will be to be able to
And
afford
all
those
the
shirts.
profits will be like, yeah.
well, it's very difficult because you were asking for, like, let's say you're gonna request an event and you're gonna charge at the door. They're gonna say automatically no because how are you gonna use student money? Because so COC money is coming out of your pocket. That's what I'm saying. It belongs to us.
wow.
Because it's your student fee, it's your student activity fee. Imagine, it's about 8,000 students that come in. All of them are charged, I forgot how much, but it's like a couple dollars.
Is it like 50? Something like that, I think so,
I
yeah.
think so, but it accumulates out of 8,000 people. So it's like, it's money that they know they belongs to us. So obviously you have every right to request it for activities, right? Because I want to make an activity
So
because
what's their budget, though? They say.
the budget like fluctuates. I don't know.
Based on like enrollment stuff and all that? If it's a
Yeah, pretty much.
standard fee, that's it.
Yeah.
How many students we can
Yeah,
buy?
because they don't get state money.
Do you understand?
COC, no. That
But the school
budget,
does, right?
yeah, the school does, but not, it doesn't go to that. So all of these, what you call it, SOD members that work there, and all that stuff, they get paid by student fee. They don't get paid because the school gets, money from it, right? So if there's no students getting enrolled, SOD will not exist. There's no student activity fee, right? Why? Because there's no students that you have to make activities for. So it's a lot that has to go with that. So it's very crucial that you know exactly what you're putting in your paper, precise, so you can do an estimate. So for example, I asked before coming over here, like, look, you're telling me that I have to make a proposal and present the first 3 weeks of the semester that start in fall for any conference, regardless fall or the spring. What if my spring, the students that have spring semester conferences don't show up? Like, well, did they go last year? I'm like, most likely. Like, well, you can use those numbers or try to like estimate exactly, and then come back and request like for the remainder of it, or like appeal is what they call it. For the appeal of the remainder, like, okay, I estimated this because you want me to request. So it's on their end that you didn't get your full amount or able to cover for what's now. Like, for example, the Usually conference that we go to tends to rank up its numbers in the conference fee. So it's like, okay, cool. The good thing is that the numbers are out already since it's in early February. So it's good for us, but it's definitely very difficult when you don't have nothing, right? Like if you click on the prices, it says coming soon, or you will be told, and I don't know. So you have to work with numbers from the past. But what if it goes $100 more? Now you have to go back, appeal, and say, well, you guys owe me still $100, so I'm here to appeal it. You know? But it's the reason because they have such a rough semester or a fiscal year because they were working with a small budget, and most of the money goes to conferences. When they were telling people yes, they saw themselves very short. They're like, damn, we have this amount of money that we have to make it last until the spring semester, and they were not working with much. So they want to get rid of all the conferences in one shot and see what the hell the rest of the money can go to. So that's everybody. So the first 3 weeks, you're gonna see a bunch of people presenting for conferences because I don't even know. I think there's plus 200 clubs.
Wow.
Well, yeah, there you go. So it's close to 200 clubs, and most of them go to conferences. I know for sure the bio department goes, chemical departments like CS, computer science, they go a lot to like really prestigious conferences. So I know they're pricey. So I want you guys to be able to go in there and get out of there knowing the fact that you did well. Why? Because the college business is known for great presentations, right? They come here, dominate the damn floor, and leave like it's nothing. And that's what I'm trying to like make you guys get into that mentality. That, hey, you're gonna go request your money and call it a day. You're not here to like, oh, can you please, and all that. It's none of that stuff, you know. So you go ahead.
How soon do they send out the list of dates when they have them?
So it's in mid-July. I know it's always mid-July, early August. They send it in any target announcement to everybody because it's not to the president, just anybody. Like I said, yeah, Veronica, SLD, Greek Life is very active. So so they tend to get it earlier. Or not earlier, but since a lot of people involved in student government are Greek, they're like, oh, hey, you guys, just in case you guys need them. So they started screenshotting it and all that stuff. So I used to get it way before anybody. So I'm like, okay, cool, now I know when to present. I'll do it way beforehand. They're like, damn, this guy's already on the list. So I want you guys to kind of get into your groups. I don't know exactly that you were able to talk to,
You didn't contact.
get in contact you. Well, I mean, because I
Frankie
kind
was
of,
there, Frankie knows.
okay, cool. Does that kind of have any like big event that you guys do proposals for? Like, I know last year you guys were working on a proposal for what though? Was it a jumpstart or? Because I know you guys presented in the summer with me when I presented the Prosperity one the first week. Okay, cool. Like, I know you guys don't know exactly what conference yet.
We could just say alpha for now.
So you guys, basically, Alpha will be, I'll work with you guys so you guys can know. I'm basically gonna do Alpha's proposal for Elizabeth. AMA, are you gonna be doing AMA conference or anything else? You're gonna do 2% instead, or both? Okay, then you have to create 2 proposals. Are you gonna do anything with CEO? You're gonna go to the AF, so that means you have to go to 3. So I'm gonna, make sure you're working with both. Alright guys, so get into your organizations and kind of get together. Like I said, the thing is right there, the template, you guys can follow it.
He gave you a B, so I need it back.
Technology, like computers will ask you because you can go into the website, see how much it is, airfare, if it's like away or anything like that. And you can kind of like put your budget total together, you know? So yeah, get with your groups and